Hello everybody, it's Patty here with Patty Stitches. Today is June the 25th, 2024, and this is episode 272. On today's show, I have an FO, I have haul, and I have whips. So sit back and relax, and grab your beverage of choice. Water for me that just spilled all over me. Your craft of choice, and let's chat. So how was everybody's week? Mine was really good. It was beautiful all week. We didn't have any smoke problems until yesterday. So yesterday we had smoke in the morning from the McDonald fire, and today we have smoke pretty bad again. I was able to open the windows last night, but I had to close them again this morning when I woke up because the smell of smoke was really strong, and I looked out and it was very hazy from the smoke. So yeah. Sorry about yesterday. I had the littles and their mom and dad come over because, long story, we bought in 2010, there we go, we bought a 1984 F-250 Ford and put a camper on it, and the hubs used it with the boys quite a bit. They'd go hunting and had a really great time. And after we got the motorhome, it sat. So it's been sitting in the front yard since 2020. And this year, I finally said, we want to put a fence in. Let's get rid of that truck because it's not being used. We even took it off the insurance and everything. So the youngest child was supposed to come and get it when he purchased our car after I bought the 4Runner. Or right before I bought the 4Runner, I talked to him and said, hey, we've got this car, you're having problems, you can pick it up for a steal from us. So he said, yeah, he'd come and get it. So, and the truck. And he said, yeah, because he needed a truck he could put a big tank in so that he could haul fuel oil back and forth from the gas station or the area that you can haul fuel from to his tank. Well, he had too many vehicles in his front yard to take the truck, and he didn't know when he was going to be able to come and get it. Well, we're hoping to get the fence done here soon. So the middle son, which is Little's dad, came over yesterday. He spent 3 hours, got it up and running. He needed a new battery, air filter, and new cables to the battery. So him and the little man were out in my front yard fixing it. So it's so fun to see that 7-year-old boy helping his dad fix things. He really enjoys that. And the littlest man and mom and I were in here playing and talking and having a good time. So the truck started. After he fixed everything, it started. It was running pretty rough for a couple of minutes, and it just needs time to warm up. It's old. It needs time. So once it warmed up, it purred. It was running really good from my standpoint. It does have some issues, of course, but he got it home. He lives in the North Pole area, and I live in Fairbanks. So it's, I think, like a 15-mile drive, maybe 15, 18, something like that. So, and it's up this big hill and down. So he drove it home. He said he got it home, no problem. It still does have the camper on the back, and it is a junky camper. So he's going to get rid of the junky camper. Yeah. So that's why I didn't record yesterday. That's a long story to say why I didn't record. But I'm here today to show you all the goodies. So shall we get on with the stitching? I think so. I'm going to start with the finished object because it's right here. And probably could guess what it is. Da 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 da! Oops, sideways. There we go. This is Touching the Autumn Sky by Mirabilia, stitched on Stellar by Picture This Plus. As you can tell, I did not put a lot of the falling leaves, and I did not use a lot of the beads. I was done. But I did do the back stitching, and she is I love her. I love how she turned out. Just making sure I was showing you the right side. But I think she turned out beautifully. So it still reminds me of my mom as a girl. I don't know why it does, but it does. So there we go. Yay! I have a finished memorabilia this year. So exciting. Okie dokie. So I will be moving into its spot, Lady Mirabilia. And I don't have a lot to do on Lady Mirabilia. Let me pull that out. Because I am adjusting it, taking the bottom of the dress out and taking the frame around it. I'm not going to do that as well. So this is part of plans, I guess. So I'll show you what I have here. This is Haunted by Picture This Plus, I believe. Yeah, I think that's what this is. So I just have to fill this area and finish the dress. There's a little bit on her arm that was hanging down that needs to be done. And of course the beading. And there's a lot of beading. You can see by the front of her dress how much beading there is. So this one I will have to start working on to get it finished. So this is the end. That's how I'm taking her dress down. I just didn't want to have that Mirabilia stuff at the bottom. So this is where I'm at on Lady Mirabilia. So you will be seeing her in the near future. Okay. And the other things I worked on this week. Okay, I worked on the Blue Flower Autumn Bee, being stitched on 32 count French Country Linen by Witchelt. Try to take the glare off there. And this is being stitched with the called for Dinky Dies. Oops, that I almost dropped on my lap. Or off my lap, I should say. Okay, and I worked on putting in the flowers this time. So that's all new there. And it's so wonderful to stitch with Dinky Dye silks. I love them so much. It makes it a pleasure to work on. I love it, I love it, I love it. All right, and then I pulled out my Chatelaine Egypt Garden. And I'm just stitching this on 32 count white that was called for in the pattern kitted up by European Cross Stitch. And let's see, I worked up here a little bit, figured out I messed up the very top row. I hate those quarter stitches. I messed up the quarter stitches. So I'm not sure how I'm going to fix them unless I rip it all out, but I don't know yet. So then I came down and started working on this scene here. So I didn't get a lot accomplished on this one, but that's what we've got there. Hope you guys didn't hear that. My stomach just rumbled. Okay. And then I pulled out Owl Forest Embroideries Atlantis. I'm stitching this on 32 count. I think it's Swigart, and it's with the call for fabric and floss because it came in a kit. And let's see, what did I work on? Oh, I worked on the starfish. So I got the starfish all done. And then I started working on the green green grass, I guess, leading down to this. There'll be a little building down here. So, but that starfish was a lot of stitching, let me tell you. But I was glad to get him all done in one day, so I didn't have to come back and figure it out. So yay to that. So exciting. It's coming along. And then I'll only have one page to go. Sorry. Sorry, I'm losing my voice here. I also stitched on Halloween at Hot Run Hollow by Carriage House Samplings. I am working on the train block. And I didn't do a lot of stitching on this the day I worked on it. So this is, I was just working on the sign that says the hollow. And then I realized I was off by one. So instead of having a pointing there, it's going to be flat. So I'm not quite sure how I messed up the stitching, but I must have miscounted. Oh well. But this block is almost done because I need to finish the sign, the snake. I don't think I'm going to fill in the color down here. I think I'm just going to leave it. And then there's like a moon over here, which I will put in. And then I will move on to, not sure. I may go up and do another block up at the top instead of moving over to this skeleton, because that one is completely full coverage. So I'm not sure. I was thinking about just blocking off the words and leaving the skeletons look like they're down there in that dirt. Instead of putting the dirt there, just leave it like that. But I'm not sure yet. I'm still debating. This one may be one that I wait for a while before I do it. Because I know the center one, I want to be the last one because I really want to work on that one. So, the center one with the witches. Okay, and there was one other project that I worked on this week that I fell back in love with. I really wanted to work on it, and I put in a lot of stitching, you will see. And of course, it is the Gamer Nouveau by Medusa Dollmaker, charted and kitted by Gecko Rouge. I'm stitching this one on 25 count, 1/1. Now, I went back onto Gecko Rouge and looked, and Medusa Dollmaker is no longer on their website. So that made me very sad that there wasn't any other ones, but I'm very happy that I picked up the Gamer before it went away. So this, my friends, is everything I stitched on this last week on the Gamer. And hopefully you can see one of the flowers from Mario, Super Mario, is coming out. So that was so awesome when I realized that. And it is confetti freaking heavy, let me tell you. It was so freaking full of confetti. And you can tell there's still a lot there. But yeah, there is a lot of color in that stupid flower. So, yay! It's so exciting. Makes me smile. Makes me smile. So, my friends, that is all that I stitched on this last week. I am in love with the Gamer again, and you may see a lot more done because this is all I have to do to finish that one. This page is just this section. This is a real small page. So, yeah. Then that page will be done, and I'll have 3 pages done. Okay, and my purchase. I was going to start this, but then I went, nah, let's just wait. We'll just wait for a little while. I have it all ready to go. I picked up, I guess this is a new one too this year. Yeah, copyright 2024. So this is Flowers of Quaker by Rosewood Manor. I just thought it looks so pretty. And I also like the fact that it's stitched on 28 count. So I'm stitching this on 28 count. And this is Sand, and by Zweigart. I mean, I even have a little needle. I was so ready. And it goes this way. So there it is. And I'm using the called for Valdonis. So I don't know how I'm going to use these Valdonis. I'm not quite sure. I may just leave them in the bag. There's holes in it already, but I may turn the hole around to the bottom so that the floss or the binder clip can go through the bottom of it, and then pull the thread out as I need it and then put it back in. But I'm going to try my hand at Valdonis. I'm excited about that. I'm not quite sure when I'm going to start this, but I've started enough in June. I have that big start in July. And maybe August to help me over the it's almost winter time blues. But I'm not quite sure. I did want to talk to you guys about some of my plans for the next couple of months. So like I said, July, I'm starting that big one from Lila Studio. Sorry, I had a brain. Woo! I'm starting that one from Lila Studios about, well, hold on. Let me get it all together and I'll be right back. So I decided I would talk to you guys about my plans for the next 6 months. And if you wanted to join me, that's great. If you want to come and watch, I would appreciate it. So here we go. July's new start is going to be Lila Studios Let Freedom Ring. I'm going to work on this at least once or twice a week during July. I don't have any other patriotic starts. I know I do have some, but I don't have any in the pipeline yet to start up. So I do want to start that one because that one's a big one and it's going to take me a long time. So the sooner I get it started, the sooner it gets finished. Correct? Correct. So August, I will do the flowers from Rosewood Manor. Then September is Sampler September, and I am planning on starting Let Love Rain by Teresa Kogut. I have the fabric pulled, I just don't have the floss. It's not like I don't have any floss behind me, right? So it is this one that I will be starting in September. And I will be working on samplers. I have tons of samplers. I have Halloween samplers. I have regular samplers. So I will be working on samplers in September. And I'll also work on The Pirate by Cottage Garden. And the reason is because in September it is Talk Like a Pirate Day. And I think that is like the 19th or the 20th, if I'm not mistaken. So I will start this guy. Because he has one specialty floss, so I may just figure out something from behind me instead of, oh no, I do have it. I do have the one specialty floss, so the rest of it's DMC. So, Talk Like a Pirate in September. October is Dark October Stitching, which I will just pick whatever is there. And work on all of my Dark October stitching. November, I decided to do something different with November. I know some people do Mermaid November or Nora November, or whatever you want to do there. I'm going to do New Starts November. Anything that I started in this year, I will work on in November. So I will be pulling out all my new starts. It'll be so much fun. I have a lot of new starts and it'll work really great. And then December is all my Christmas stitching. I was going to start a mirror, one of my Christmas mirrors I have, but I don't know if I'm going to do that yet. And I really don't have a lot of Christmas things I could start new. So I'm not sure if I'm going to start a new one or not, but that's my goal, is to my plans are to work on those projects and get them going. I also will always fill in Medusa Doll Maker. I really had a good time stitching on it again, and I think I'll be okay. I think it took me a month, but I think that it's because I've been stitching full coverages back to back like that with the Fright Night and then the Christmas house. It was too much. So starting this one and I may be retiring the Magic Study Rainbow version for a little while. In fact, it's not, oh yeah, it is over here. It's only got 200 stitches, so I may be retiring that one for a little bit because I picked up something from Haid, and I picked up the kit. So once I get the kit, I will show you, and that's the one that's like birthday start, replacing birthday start. So, but we'll see. Looking around, I have nothing else to talk to you guys about. I hope that you will join me on some of the plans that I have for the next 6 months. I'm hoping to do a whip parade at least in November of the new starts before I start working on the new starts, showing them again, showing where I start. You know, this is from nothing to this is how much I got done in the last year. Yeah, so I hope that you are all staying safe, healthy, and happy. And I hope that whatever you craft it to your heart's content. And I will see you next week. Bye, guys.